Hey y'all, welcome to Red Viking Hobbies. Today we are doing a review of a new product that has come out from Hobbytown. It is called the Dromida Backbone from Horizon Hobby. If it looks a little familiar, like the Helion Rock Racer, it's because it seems to be a reiteration of that product. For those of you who don't know that product, we're going to go over the whole thing, and I'm going to show you some of the details of what made that a great product and why I think it was a really great idea for a re-release. As far as I understand it right now, it is a Hobbytown exclusive. I cannot find that anywhere in any kind of paperwork. That is what I'm being told by Hobbytown. I haven't contacted Horizon Hobby about that, so I don't know where else you will be able to find it. But as of right now, I picked up my gray one at Hobbytown in Cedar Park, Texas, and I picked up my tan one at Hobbytown on Palmer in Austin, Texas. So they come in these two colors. They come in the gray, they come in the tan. They are $199 ready to run. How ready to run are they? Because we know when we see ready to run that what they mean is, well, basically if you buy the batteries, for the car and the batteries for the controller, you're ready to go. No, $199 for the Dromida Backbone literally means ready to run. It means birthday or Christmas or whatever other holiday you got ready. I don't know if you're able to see it on there where it says ready to run, and then what comes inside the box, and then what it's needed to complete. Needed to complete nothing. You don't have to buy anything. Why? Well, because here we go. Ready to run included is a 21T 550 size brush motor, waterproof ESC, 2.4 gigahertz radio system, 1800 milliamp onboard NIM battery, easy to use wall battery charger, 4 AAA transmitter batteries. Needed to complete nothing. And it is true. You can literally take everything out of this box and you could set the thing up and you could be running straight away, although they do recommend putting it on the charger for at least 4 hours, and you will get a green light on your charger letting you know your battery is ready to go. The battery, it comes right inside the vehicle. When you open it up, it's right there in the back. That's where you see those red and black wires. If you're not familiar to the RC hobby, this would be a great starting point. Actually, it would be beyond a great starting point for $199. This is a phenomenal vehicle. And we're going to get into some of the details on that right now. Okay, so one of the things I noticed, first off, right out of the box, when it came to the Dromida Backbone, again, Horizon Hobby, exclusive at Hobbytown, was the fact that the box doesn't actually match what you get when you get the product. You get something actually better than what is shown on the box. And I'm going to show you what I mean. So if we take a look at the box here, they give us this action shot, right? Which shows a very low profile vehicle, a rock racer that looks like it's going to just skip across the rocks and it's going to destroy its chassis. However, the reason they give us that action shot and the reason why they are doing that in essence is because, and they want to give you the details, right, so that you can see it on the box, except the rock racer itself, like most cars that have a higher chassis on them, will actually come pressed down inside the box, which was the case with this one as well. And so there was a zip tie on the back, and then we let go of the zip tie, get the box out of the way for a sec, and the action shot, and show you the car. And once the zip tie is off, depending on where you're measuring, you're between 2.5 and 2 3/4 inches of clearance, not to mention the fact that you have front independent suspension, and then you have a rear 6-point suspension on a solid axle, which we'll get into in a little bit. What were my first impressions when I opened it and I pulled it out? Well, the first thing was that I saw that the battery was in there. And so I was like, oh wow, that's pretty cool. And I pull it out and I see it has an IC3 connector on there. And that's exciting for anybody who's in the hobby already, because they probably have an IC3 on their chargers. On a multi-charger, this is a very common connection to have, and so you won't need an adapter. However, they give you the IC3 connection on the battery, and we'll talk about the battery a little bit more. For a beginner model at $199, that's a good thing. I'll just put it that way. 2 thumbs up that that's the connection that you're getting. The next thing I noticed was that they gave us these cool little angled body clips, okay? I like the angled body clips, of course, as anybody else does, because they're easy to pull off, right? Not as good as the ones that stay on the body, and of course not as good as the system that holds the body down, but much easier than the small ones that you have to like really flick off with your finger and then they shoot across the room and you got to grab one out of a bag to replace it. That made me notice the next thing on the front of the car, which is the fact that they put those body clips, and this is going to be very hard to see on camera, it's very small right there, but they put those body clips on in the very first position on the car. And the reason that's kind of odd is because they have other positions that are on the posts, and putting it in the very first position makes it dig into the body and actually tear the sticker. And so I don't know why they'd want to do that, except I then noticed when I looked at the rest of the stickers, and I'm going to try to bring that up to you so you can see it. It's going to be kind of hard for you to see that, but the stickers that are put on our guys inside are actually kind of on wonky. They're actually kind of like on there a little bit goofy. It doesn't make a big difference to me because those stickers are going to disappear pretty quick after running it and cleaning it and everything else like that. But they are not painted on, they are stickers, and they are kind of like bubbly. The rear tire is another goofy thing before I get into all the pros. It's like, John, you're destroying this thing. But the rear tire is actually put on with a little hex that you have to take off. So you'll need a different tool to take off the rear tire than you would if you were just going to take off the lugs on the side of the vehicle. So in essence, what I'm trying to say is if you were running this and these are glued tires with foam inserts on them, if you were running this and you ripped one off, you wouldn't be able to use the same tool that you take the tire off with to take off the tire that's in the back. And so I would take this off and then flip it around and then make it so that it's the same. So if I needed that tire, I could just use the same tool all the way around. But that's the only negatives I could come up with. Other than that, seeing that battery there was a huge plus for me. And then when I saw what the suspension travel actually was on the vehicle, I was like, damn, this thing is excellent. And I started to notice metal parts everywhere where I was like really excited. The first of which, of course, is the aluminum shocks. It has these beefy aluminum shocks that are in the back, beefy aluminum shocks that are in the front. On the bottom, when you flip it over, you get the metal chassis. I know what you're thinking. That's the Helion Rock Rider chassis. And you wouldn't be wrong about that. This is a reiteration of that Helion Rock Rider. I might have mentioned it before earlier in the video. So let's not unbox it. That's been done. Let's go ahead and take off the body and show you why this thing is so freaking cool. I should also mention at this time when we're taking the body off that it does have an exoskeleton so that it's very well protected as far as the body goes for rollovers and impact. So I like that. Actually, we'll put this guy up here. Looks too cool to take it off, right? Take it off the table. Okay, so the first thing I noticed right off the bat when I saw it was that we already had a heatsink on top of our 550 motor. It is a 21T motor. It's a 17T motor plate, and it is a 61T spur gear that's inside here. How do I know? Well, it's not because they tell you in the instructions. It's actually because they tell you in the parts list. So when you go to the parts list that comes in the box, that's where you are able to find your specifications. The 3 kilogram servo says backbone on it. Everything is a backbone. Backbone, 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 backbone. The thing that was interesting though about the motor, and this is where we're going to talk about the Helion just for a second again, is that we have motor Rock Rider 21T, which we know is the Helion motor. When I say we know, it's because I looked it up. I did not actually own that vehicle. So what do we have here? Okay, in the front, we have independent suspension on aluminum shocks on plastic control arms. It has metal dog bones. It has a metal drive shaft that is also dog bone style, which you're not going to be able to see on the camera, but you'll have to trust me, that is there. Its ESC has a dissipator on it, has a little binding button there. The servo on the other side does have a servo saving spring right here. Again, hard to see. In the front position, like most cars, we have 3 positions for the top of the shocks, 2 positions on the bottom. So nothing special going on there. However, when we go to the rear, everything changes. All right, so the rear is plastic, okay, except for a metal sway bar. But that metal sway bar, as you can see, does a terrific job when it comes to the suspension and what's going to happen as this thing is bouncing across the rocks. And then I'm going to get back to the sway bar in a second, and then the positions that we have for the actual shock towers. Well, we have about 7 going across the top and about 4 going down. You can put the top of that shock tower almost anywhere, and then there's 10 positions on the bottom. So you could either raise this thing up and change out that motor and turn it into a rock crawler, or you could actually lower this thing down and put a brushless in there and turn this into a real speed demon. The possibilities, because of the way this design is made, are quite endless. This is one of those cars that you buy and you'll own for a long time because of all of the different variables that you get with it. For $199, ready to run, out of the box, I've never seen so much cool gear. And I'm saying that because there's a lot coming out of China right now. We know in all of these different brands, and people bring things up like this popular car, the RSR 206 Evolution, which is a lot of metal, 4-wheel drive car. Originally, you could get them a little under $80 US. Now they're about 120 and up, and come with different battery options, and there's a lot of metal on the car, and there's even more metal that you can add. So this is a pretty fun car to toy with and to tinker with, but certainly you don't get near what you're getting here when you're into this, what is this, a 1/16 scale, I believe? So when it comes to this guy here, I mean, it is completely capable for rock racing. It is the brushed version. I do not know if Hobbytown and Horizon Hobby are going to partner to do a brushless system, but because of the way that the chassis, the aluminum chassis is set up, you could do that for yourself relatively inexpensively. Or if you're just starting off in the hobby and you just want to start running it for $199, boom, out of the box, you literally are just, you know, charge your battery and just go. And that's it. That's all there is to it. I think it's really cool. I don't know what tires they are, if they're not marked. I think I might have mentioned that before. Getting back to the one without the body on it. In the rear, when I was talking about the suspension being cool, the travel on the suspension is excellent for $199 RTR vehicle. I can't think of another one at that price point, that's 1/10 scale, that could give you all this. And if I'm wrong and you know of one, I want to know because I want to buy it. So please let me know below. So what do we have as far as the drive shaft and our axles and everything else like that goes? Our drive shaft is plastic, but it is hexagonal and it does move in and out of its sleeve. And so as that's moving, it is going to give us some better stability than it would be if it were round, per se, cylindrical. And I suspect that you'll be able to replace that with a metal piece pretty soon, if not already, from the Helion series that was older, or the new series as new parts start to come out for this vehicle from other companies. The axle and the diff are both encased inside of hard plastic, and so they are waterproof and they are sealed pretty well. So the rear of the car, you know, terrific, absolutely terrific. Between the adjustability of the suspension and the travel on this thing, great. You know, I love seeing like those little extra things like the heat sink and things like that, and the servo saver on a car. And that's something that I would expect to see in a higher price point. So seeing Horizon Hobby, Dromida Backbone from Hobbytown do this at $199 with a legitimate ready to run. I keep saying that because you can literally go to the store, pick it up, and go drive it in their freaking parking lot if you want. It's literally that ready to go. If you pull out the bag, right, there's your charger. There's your batteries for your controller, okay? Comes with some stickers and the manual, which I've showed off before. The battery that's in there is a dynamite battery, which we're seeing. When I say dynamite, I don't mean like, oh, it's dynamite. No, what I mean is it's dynamite. That's the brand on the battery coming from Horizon. There's a little barcode on there. You can scan it to reorder more batteries or to get different batteries if you did want to try to do a LiPo battery. This is 7.2 volt, like I said. Safely on this 550 motor, you could do a 7.4 volt LiPo. You're going to try different ones. I'm going to try different batteries to see what we can get out of this thing without burning it up. I got my little heat gun. I'll take my temperatures and everything else like that and take my chances with it. Heck, it's March. I'm in Austin, Texas. I should be swimming in a pool. And right now it's raining and about 40 degrees outside. I don't know what's going on. So when it comes down to it, yeah, try different stuff out, because like right now I'd be able to run this and things not going to get that hot. And I got 2 of them to run, right? So let's see how it goes. And I get to play with the suspension and everything else like that. I think this is just a great product. When we go to the controller, you may recognize this from the Losi and other cars. I apologize if the rain is if you're able to pick that up. The rain is hitting against my garage door right now. So basically the way this works is that we have a push button, throttle up and down, and same with steering, channel 3 button, reverse button. And the way that the batteries work in this one is that the actual handle slides off, and then there's a piece that's on the top, and you take that piece off, you put your batteries in, then you literally just stuff that piece back down in there. It clips in real nice, and then I don't always get it on the first try, but you just have to line up the battery and slide it on. That's it. It's good to go. I don't have any batteries plugged in, so I'll be able to show you right there, turning it on, that it's good to go. It's small, and there are going to be people that are going to complain about that because they're going to say they have big hands or they don't like the feel of it. Well, one of the things that's nice about it is that you're able to one-hand this thing. So for the rock racer, you know, if you're going to do a video on it, you know, yourself, and you need your second hand to be able to do that, you have a smaller controller, so you're going to be able to run it like that, and it doesn't have a far throw. Throw is very small on that foam wheel that it comes with, so you're good to go as far as that goes. So if you're one of those guys that one-hands it on your controller, then this one might be the one for you. Otherwise, you can program it to your DX5 or your new Fly Sky or Fatuba or whatever it is that you're running. Again, the Dromida Backbone from Horizon Hobby, exclusive at Hobbytown, from what I've been told and what I've read so far, is phenomenal to buy. $199. I don't think you're going to find anything better or more fun right out of the box. I definitely recommend picking one up. Especially if you're an old Helion guy and you're looking for parts, or you're looking to, you know, refresh your car. This is the way to do it. I can't think of a better way. I think it's completely awesome and completely customizable, but that's my opinion. So this has been Red Viking Hobbies. Thank you for watching. Let me know what your opinion is of it. Tell me if you pick one up. Tell me which color you like better. Tell me what you think in comparison to the Helion you might have run. If you're new to the hobby and you pick it up, tell me what you think after you've had it for a few months. Post some videos on Instagram or on TikTok, or upload something on YouTube so I could take a look how you're running it, how you're using it, what your customizations are, because I'm really interested to see what people do with these. Again, this has been the Hobbytown exclusive from Horizon Hobby, Dromida Backbone. I keep wanting to call it the dog bone because we say dog bone how often in all of these, you know, different parts videos. But again, Dromida Backbone, Horizon Hobby, comes in tan, comes in gray, ready to run out of the box. literally. And I hope you enjoy it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you hit subscribe. I hope you hit like. And I hope you tell me how I can improve the videos. Or if you want any more info on these cars, please hit me up and let me know about that as well. Stay well. Oh, come on. $199 out of the box. Did you see that? Uh-oh. Well, I got myself a little jam here. All right, buddy, you can do it. See, we got some battery left to make that climb. Look at that. Look at that. Oh yeah. Smooth as silk. Oh Oh my God, I'm loving this thing. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. I'm telling you guys, battery's almost dead here. We go right for it. All right, nice. I do not think I can get up that ledge again. Give you an idea. But that's how, but doesn't mean we're not gonna try. Here we go. No, we are out. That's it. Well, been running a while. Braking is great. Acceleration is great. Mad crawling skills. Oh man, I don't know if you can see this. Oh no, 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 no. He's right over here. The other side is pole. If I don't go rescue him, or if I turn it right, I wind up in the drink with the ducks. With our friends over here. So there you have it. The Backbone from Dromida, Horizon Hobby, Hobbytown exclusive, $199, ready to run out of the box. 4 AAA batteries for your transmitter. Can be used one-handed, 4-wheel drive, independent suspension in the front, 6-point suspension in the rear. So many things to talk about. Great car. I hope you saw the rest of the video, the beginning of the video. If not, this will be a 2-part thing. All right, y'all take care.